Hey everybody, how's it going? We are just chilling a bit before the show. So just take a moment, get comfortable, settle in. There will be an orientation so that you know what to do. And you'll hear me repeat it throughout the show because people will be coming and going and going and coming and going. But for now, just hang out. And in just a few minutes, I'll give everybody the spiel. But for starters, because those of you who are on time are on time. And I'm shocked to see Philip Gelb on time. That must be an accident. I'm just kidding, Philip. So what you want to do, first of all, is one of the best ways to experience this is to watch the show on Zoom. And by the way, welcome those watching the stream on Facebook and YouTube. We're live on Facebook and YouTube. You can follow the instructions and join us in here in the game, or you can play out there, either way. But what you want to do is watch the game on Zoom or your live stream on one device, and on your, typically your mobile device, log into what you see up here in the top left corner. Log in onto ccg.buzz, and it's going to ask for a code. And when you put in that code, it'll bring you into this game, and then this magical device becomes your controller, and the choices for the answers will show up here. And when you see a question and I talk about the question and I say, okay, go ahead and answer, you'll say, oh, A or B or that blue one or red. So that's how it works. That's one of the easiest ways to make it work. So we won't start for a few minutes yet, so you got some time. We're going to talk about what prizes are available. We got some cool prizes. And thanks for joining us, everybody. And go ahead and chime into the chat. Well, a couple things about the chat. If you're stuck and you need help, just sign off. We don't want to hear about, no, I'm kidding. In fact, that reminds me of something very important.
This meeting is being recorded.
Let's start over. No, I'm kidding. So if you need help, there is a chat named Stephen Help. Steve's our producer, and you can chat questions to him. If you get stuck, give him a moment to answer because he's doing like 8 things at once. I'm only doing 3. I have it easy. And we'll walk you through it, but it's so easy a drummer can do it. But wait, are there any bass players here? Because that's where sometimes it goes, just kidding. But go ahead and chime in the chat, in the general chat, and tell us where you're chiming in from. From time to time, I'll ask you to chime into the chat. I'll open it up, and I'll read some of them, give some shout outs. So tell us where you're watching from. And during the game, feel free to tell us how you're doing. Like, how'd you do with that last question? And I'll explain how this works. It's a little different from trivia, which honestly sort of makes it easier because it's literally a guessing game. But at the same time, it does take some skill, which I'll explain. However, we've seen people win by guessing, especially with this game, because again, there's no right answer. It really is a guessing game. So we'll talk about that in a moment. Chime in, tell us where you're tuning in from. I'm in a very small shuttle, 100 miles east of Phoenix, up in the mountains on the rim of the volcano in Gila County, in a little town, city called Globe. Anja, my lovely wife, who will wave, is about 40 feet that way from me. And by the way, yes, there are Drum Talk TV staff members playing the game, but don't worry, they're not eligible to win. And if they were to come in first place, the next person down that doesn't work for Drum Talk TV gets to spin the prize wheel. We'll get to the prize wheels. Don't worry about that. The reason why we like to play the game together is, quite frankly, we work too hard. No, that's why you're here. We play the game together because we do a recap. It's for development. Some of you will have an opportunity to be part of our focus group with some special sessions and stuff. We'll get to that a couple weeks down the road. We're moving that to a whole nother level. It's going to be fun. But right now, I'm going to open up the chat. Let's see where people are watching from. Let's see here. I got a dog pawing at me with very long nails. Let's see. We've got, scroll down. Michael Castillo in Sugar Land, Texas. Welcome back, a repeat offender. Renee Mirsky in Connecticut. And we got Shai Lee, a member in Cortez, Colorado. Andrew Porter down in Chandler, Arizona. Paul Reitz in New Jersey, or is it New Jersey, I think is how you pronounce it. Rail Rider, don't know who that is, but that's okay. But if you win, we'll have to get your real name. Actually, yes, I do play bass. Oops. As one of my many instruments, and from South Jersey. Awesome. Good on you, bass player, the closest musical relative to drummers. Eric's on board, has an awesome music podcast. It's really about everything. It's called the All Over the Place podcast. Eric is on board from Phoenix. Don the Great, not to be confused with Don the Mediocre or Don the So-So or Don what the F word is going on here. Well, sometimes he's that also. But Don's chiming in from Idaho. Chris Irving's on board. You'll all learn about Chris a little bit down the road. He's in Denver, Colorado. Paul Castillo in Houston, Texas. Chris in St. Louis. Welcome, Chris. Aisha, our granddaughter, who's a team member in Las Vegas. And Enja Oni in Globe, Arizona. That's my wife. Sorry. Okay, awesome. So let's get going. Did everybody log on yet? Look at the upper left corner, and on your mobile device, it works best if you watch the show on Zoom on a laptop or PC, log on to ccg.buzz on your mobile device, but you can do it with two different browsers, which I'm going to hand it over to Stephen, and he'll explain that version of participating. All yours, Steve. Thanks, Steve. And that code will change with each round. We're going to do 3 rounds where whoever's present, and you can come and go as you want. We ask you to stay. It's a lot of fun. Increases your chances to win. 3 rounds, and each time we finish a round, I'll ask you to sign out of ccg.buzz, not out of Zoom, but out of ccg.buzz. I bring up the next round. I reset the code. That way it doesn't accumulate everybody's scores. But there's a 4th round where all 3 winners and only the 3 winners go against each other, and they get a special prize wheel, and our job is to kind of cheer them on. We once had one person win 2 rounds and one person win 1 round, so that was 2 people. About 2 or 3 weeks ago, we had one person win all 3 rounds. That never happened before. That was bizarre. So anything can happen. Again, it's a guessing game. It's called Majority Rules. And the idea is that each round has 10 questions. And you have to think, it says, what's your favorite? Or who would you rather? But it's not really you. You have to read the room. So go ahead and look who's on Zoom. Read the room. It might be age, gender, race, whatever you can see into their minds. And you want to get in the majority of what you think most people would answer. How do you score points? The quicker you're in the majority, the more points you score. So if everyone, just as an extreme example, if everyone were to pick, and this has happened, the same answer, the quicker you get in, the more points you get. After each question result, you'll see a leaderboard. At the end, you'll see a winner. We have 6 prize wheels they get to choose from. They pick the prize wheel. They say spin. I click spin. It spins. They get that prize. Bam. Pretty simple. Open to anybody on the planet. There you go. But let's, for fun, just to get used to the chat again, let's do an icebreaker question. So go ahead and put in the chat. What is the best USA born band you've ever seen in concert? The theme is American music artists, because this month in America, of course, we celebrated Independence Day. So all month on all our original series and the trivia show we had a couple weeks ago, it's all about American artists, American music, American drummers, American bass players, guitar players, flautists, keyboard players, saxophonists, trombone players, kazoo players, harp players, AAA tow truck drivers, and it goes on and on and on. All American based. Go ahead and put in the chat the best USA born band you've ever seen in concert. And if you didn't attend one live, maybe you saw a concert film or a DVD or something like that. I'm going to open up the chat again. Let's get some feedback and see what we got. Hey, Johnny from Sparks, thanks for chiming in. Yes, you can, Philip. I think Stephen answered that. Real Right says, well, I already lost 3 rounds there. What? Let's see. Let's scroll down. And Starlight Vocal Band. Ooh, that's a deep one, Mike. That's cool. Fall Out Boy from the Chicago area, Shiley. Jonas Brothers, Aja. Aja's 8, by the way. Just kidding. Buddy Rich's big band. I'll have to look that up. Not familiar. Thanks, Paul. Van Halen. Eric, was that David Lee Roth era or Sammy era? I saw them in the Sammy era. Extreme. Beach Boys. Ooh, legendary. More Van Halen. Floyd. Floyd from Mayberry. Hey, Andy, how about a trim? Or Pink Floyd. I think Floyd was on crack, right? And then we got, don't know any of those parts of me. Think they're usually international. That's okay. Rush is a Canadian band, dear, but thank you very much for chiming in. She saw them in America. Maybe that's what she means. Anyhow, Michael says, that is hard. I was roadie for 6 years, so I would say the nicest was Tom Petty. Wow. And the best, Frankie Valli. Wow. That is legendary as I've seen so far. On the list here, Kansas, I'll let Stephen answer that. Philip, just so you know, it's supposed to be so easy a drummer can do it. I'm counting on you. Eric, Sammy 4 times. Wow. Dave once, which is about all one can take. The Roth era for Don as well. Andrew Porter, Van Roth. What's the icebreaker? I'm doing multiple things, as Stephen says. All right, there we go. There's the icebreaker on the screen. You want to spring? We'll spring forward, fall back. All right, let's go ahead and play the game. Is everyone ready? Thumbs up if you are. This, if you're not sure what to do still, slap your forehead if you still need more time. I'll go ahead. Okay, John needs a little more time. Log into ccg.buzz on your controller, which typically works best as your phone. And I'm looking at my screen here. Oh, by the way, I'm on a really big screen. So when I look here, I see the game and I see the camera because the camera's right there. When I look over here, I see all of you in my Zoom gallery. When I look over here, it's all my controls to work this thing because I'm flying this thing. Y'all got parachutes on, right? When I look over here, hi, I see doggies right outside my door. Come here, Chanel. Usually there's one under my desk. She's gone. Come here, Chanel. All right, there we go. So we'll get rid of this. There's Aja. We're going to turn up the music. And we're going to go ahead and start. And listen, just have fun. Don't worry about the technology. Don't worry about what your score is. The whole idea of what we do in Drum Talk TV Brilliance is that's all about taking a break away from the madness. So don't bring the madness here. I'll do my best not to. Just have fun. All right? So let's start the game. All right. We're going to start with 2 choices for the first question. Here we go. The first question is, and then you got 10 seconds to answer. Now remember, the idea is to guess what everyone else would guess. The quicker you're in the majority, if you end up in the majority, the more points you get. Which is the most 60s iconic classic rock band? What do you think everyone will guess? Is it The Doors, or the Jimi Hendrix Experience? Go ahead and vote. You got 10 seconds for that lightsaber to dim down because the AAA batteries are running out, apparently. 2 seconds. Right. Let's see how everybody guessed. Ready? Here's the results. All right. Wow, The Doors. I'm a little surprised. But then again, I didn't really take much time to read the room. Let's see what the leaderboard looks like. Ready? Here it goes. Paul's on top, followed by Michael. Another Paul. Mike, Chris, Andrew, not bad. Eric, Steve. Okay. Everyone is showing up one way or another. Here we go. Next question. You'll get the feel of it. Relax, everyone. You get the feel of it. Question 2. Whose work are most people familiar with? Is it, do you think, Miles Davis or Thelonious Monk? American jazz artist. Start your vote. Not yet. Now. Now, if it was a room full of people under 24, maybe no one knows. I don't know what the 24-year-olds know about jazz unless they're studying jazz. I really don't know. I might be wrong. And just as I am from time to time, every day. Everyone voted for Miles Davis. Okay. Enja has told her Thelonious Monk story before, but there's a lot of new people. Maybe she'll tell that later. All right, let's see how the leaderboard changed. Remember your standings so you can see what goes on there. That's basically the same. 8 more questions to go, though. Next question. Who is more popular? By the way, folks watching live on Facebook or YouTube, you're welcome to join the game. You can follow the link that's in the post. Join us here. It's fun. You can have a chance to win prizes and get off social for a few minutes. Come have some fun. All right. Here are the choices. Who's more popular amongst this group? Is it Aretha Franklin or Gladys Knight? Go ahead and start voting. Survey says, oh, that's taken. Answers are, wow. So see what I mean? Even though everyone voted the same, those who got in there first are scoring the most points. So check the leaderboard. Yikes. All right. No one's blown up yet. No one has spontaneously combusted. You'll see what I mean, because that'll happen. Sometimes it happens to the person in first place. Sometimes it happens to the person in last place. I'm not sure how that happens, but it happens. Next question, question 4 out of 10. Who would you pay more to see? Would it be the Eagles or Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young? Remember, we're sticking with American music artists. And go ahead and vote. Let's see what your answers are. Wow. I'm surprised it's so tilted. And I don't know why. I thought it would be Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young. That's how out of touch I am, I guess. Okay. Little movement. Chin moving on up to the east side. Here we go. Next question. 5 of 10. Here it comes. Be patient. Where do you prefer to see concerts? Now, there's going to be some questions like that might throw you for a loop. There might be some questions about genres you're completely unfamiliar with. There might be some selections that include artists you've never heard of. That's okay. It's part of the fun, part of learning. You're welcome. All right, indoor venues or outdoor venues? Let's see who wins. All right, Indoor. I saw there were some people here in Arizona and they're saying F that heat. Hey, oh, some people back east saying F that cold. So there you go. Indoor venues. Awesome. Leaderboard. Here comes the leaderboard. Some movement. There's some movement. All right. Now, we're halfway through and we're going to change it up a bit. From here on out for this round, you're going to have 4 choices, which mixes it up a bit because we're going to start Battle Royale. All right, let's get real, people. Question 6 of 10. Who would win in a battle of metal amongst these American metal artists? Would it be Korn, Metallica, Guns N' Roses, or Slipknot? Now, remember, you gotta put aside your personal sensibilities and guess what everyone else would guess. Because the idea is to get in the majority. And the quicker you get in the majority, the more points you get. Go ahead and vote now. And the results are... Wow, I am shocked. I'm shocked that out of 4 choices and quite an assortment of people that any one artist got 90%. That's crazy, but that's okay. Guns N' Roses got nothing. Come on, is that because Axl Rose got fat? Tell me the truth. All right, let's look at the leaderboard. Sorry, Axl. He still got the voice, though, I think. Oh, no, Michael and Enja. See, there goes some self-combustion action. All right. Anything can happen, though. Anything can happen. Next question. 4 choices. Most legendary female American rock singer. Is it Patti Smythe, Janis Joplin, Joan Jett, or Ann Wilson? Cast your vote. What do you think everyone here would vote? Get in the majority. Get in the majority. Get in the majority. All right. Ready? I think I know what this one will be, but you never know. Yep, bingo was her name-o. There you go. Take a look at that leaderboard. And it's okay to, ooh, ouch. It's okay to throw darts and just guess. That's like, it's just like in real life, right? All right, next question. 8 of 10 we go to. Just these 3 are left. Most popular American folk artist. Is it Metallica, just kidding. Is it Neil Young, Bob Dylan, James Taylor, or Johnny Cash? Think about that for a moment. I'll give you a moment to think. Read the room. Read the room. Here come your choices. Or rather, vote. Vote time. There you go. 10 seconds. Well, now 8. Well, it's down to 6 now. Bob Dylan, crushing it. Let's take a look at the leaderboard. Oopsie. Wow, that's the most self-combustion I've ever seen. Now see how it moved other people up. You're welcome, Enja, Michael, Shiley, and those who moved up because of that. That's okay. All right, we've got 2 questions left of the first round. Mike J is on top, followed by David, Chin, Renee, Chris, Paul, Don, Johnny, and Enja are the top 9. Second to last question. Most legendary American folk duo. Is it Simon and Garfunkel, the Civil Wars, Ian and Sylvia, or the Wainwright sisters? There you go. Prize wheel after this next question. All right, let's see what you voted. I had a sneaky feeling. Even though everyone voted for the same, that could still change the leaderboard because it depends on how fast you get in, and that determines how many points you get. Mike's still on top, followed by Chin and Renee. We have one question left, and I don't remember what it is, so let's check it out together. Last question of round one, then someone gets to spin the prize wheel. They get to pick a prize wheel too. Oh, favorite food to eat on a concert night. Well, not if you're at home, but if you're going to a concert, just to be clear. Here's your choices. Is it Burgers and Dogs Place, a pizza joint, drive-through fast food, or sushi? What do you think most people will vote? All those are fair game. If you're with me on a concert night, you're going to stop at all four. Dude can eat. All right, I'm real curious about this one. And then we're going to see who the winner is. 50% for Burgers and Dogs. Pizza joint, 20. Drive-through fast food, only 25%. I'm really surprised. Sushi, 5%. So a lot of people like a Burgers and Dogs place. Very cool. Okay, let's see who won. Oh, wow. See what happened? Mike moved from first to third. I'm telling you, anything can happen. This means Chin wins, which means he gets to spin the prize wheel. Let me pull that up. But not only does he get to spin the prize wheel, Chin gets to pick which prize wheel, but not the winner's prize wheel. So Chin, you've got either the music prize wheel, the essentials prize wheel, which is household stuff, or pet stuff, or fashion, or health and beauty, or electronics. So electronics, health and beauty, fashion, pets, household goodies, or music. Which one would you prefer?
What's the difference between music and electronics?
Music
What's
is like I'm going to let Aisha chime in. Actually, I'm having a brain fart. Aisha, can you please disseminate the difference? I know what it is. My brain is just locking up. Go ahead,
So as
Aisha.
far as music, it's more like music merch. Like it's a speaker in there. It's like musical pair, like a pair of socks, cooking utensils. It's more like music merch.
Music themed
Electronics
stuff.
is more, electronics, like it's like a dash cam, a phone holder,
Bluetooth speaker.
a
Yeah,
photo frame.
exactly.
Okay, I'll go for electronics. Please.
For electronics. Okay, let's go down, pull up electronics. Okay, so Chin is going to say spin, and then I'm going to spin the wheel. Everybody cheer him on, and whichever it lands on, that's what he's going to get. And then Chin, watch your chat. Someone will reach out, get your information. I know we probably have it, but this way it keeps everything together for this game. Ready? Say spin when you're ready, sir.
Spin.
All right, cheer him on, everybody. What you going to get? Ooh, the dash cam. There you go. So that way, when Philip Gelb cuts in front of you on traffic, which I've seen him do, you'll have him on camera. Awesome.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Thanks for playing. All right, everybody. I'm going to reset the game for the next round. And what you want to do is log out, stay in Zoom, stay online if you're watching on Facebook or YouTube. And you can come into the game if you follow the breadcrumbs via the link in the post. But log out of ccg.buzz for a moment. I'm going to play a brief promo while I call up round two. So bear with me just a moment, and I'll be right back with you.
And now we are inviting everyone to join us in our new membership site for exclusive live streamed concerts, roundtable Q&As with big artists, and not just drummers, all in virtual environments. No goggles required. And so many more experiences. And here's a peek at one of our live stream game shows.
The results. Oh, wow. Totally scrambled the leaderboard, right?
Winners can win prizes, and each year we will host a live in-person event with our competition of champions, who at some point has not been moved by music. Oh man, everybody here has seen someone that's walking in their truth. And that's Dan and so many of our fans and artists from all over the world. So join this exclusive community. Come share your brilliance and admire the brilliance of others.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, let's close that for now. Okay, next round, go ahead and log on to ccg.buzz. Again, put in that new code. And I'm here. I'm just futzing around with some stuff. And after you put in the code, go ahead and chime into the chat and tell us, A, are you having fun? And how you did on the last round. And I'll be right back with you. All right. I'll give you a couple more minutes to log in, get comfortable. I'll check out the chat, see what's going on there. And if you have any questions, private chat to what you see in there. Stephen Help, he's the help desk. Nice, Chris, second place. Awesome, great job. Dave says, I do live game shows and have been using, oh, cool, MR for a couple of years now. Cool. Curious as to how it works via Zoom. Good work. Thank you very much. Happy to show you how to do that sometime. Looking through here, I'm having 2 tons of fun, like the weather girl, says Chin. And just said, yes, having fun, but this is BS. I'm not even getting paid for this time. What? Well, you'll get dinner. Aisha says, exercising my finger for faster answers. Yeah, it's all about the quick twitch, the reflex. Cool. Looks like people are having fun. Great. Yeah, your brother and you were neck and neck, Michael. Michael and Paul at it. Sibling rivalry. Cool. Oh, that's hilarious. Great stuff. Thanks for chiming in. Okay. Thumbs up if you're ready. Everybody ready for the next one? Yeah, some people don't have their camera on, so I'm going to guess. Okay. So go ahead and log in. We'll start this and see what's happening. Get the real names going. Okay. Why doesn't it show player count? Is anyone logged in? Maybe it starts after the first question. Somehow I don't remember. All right, we're going to go for it. Start with 2 selections, as always. I'll turn the music down a bit. You know what? Before we start this round, let's take a peek at what the prize wheels have. They go by quickly, but I should at least show you this, right? Here we go. Got music stuff. Electronics. I forgot about this when Chin asked. Fashion. Health and beauty. Essentials for the household. Stuff for pets. There you go. All righty then. All right. Here we go with the first question, round 2. Hopefully the player count will show up. I don't know why it's not. Maybe I'm just tripping. Here we go. First question. Which band's material are most people familiar with? Would it be Kansas, or that's supposed to say Styx? Red is Kansas, blue is Styx. Not sure what happened there. Not sure why it doesn't show people logged in. I don't understand why that's happening. Oh, I think I know why. No? Steve, do you guys see the choices on your phone? Yeah? People nodding? But you see choices on your phone, right? You're like in the game. People are in the game. No, some people are not. Okay. So let's reset the game real quick. Reset game. Update. Bear with me. I'm not. Sometimes this thing farts a little bit. Let's do this. I said fart. One of the dogs got up and ran outside. Okay. That's nice. You know what I'm going to do is I'm going to close it and reopen it just for fun, just to be sure, because some people said no, they're not seeing anything. So let's go to Joey Rolls. Bear with me. The screen's coming. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, there's your new code. Let's try this again. Thanks for being patient. I don't own the technology. I only customize it. And that part I have no control over. Okay, now we got some people in. There we go. People logging in. All right, I'll give you all a moment. Thanks for being patient. And I'm assuming you're being patient. I don't really know. It's just kind of a polite thing to say, I guess. All right, FYFZ is the new code. Give you all a moment. So it's going to show that first question again. And the one that doesn't have a name is Styx. So who would most people vote for? That most people would be more familiar with the material, Kansas or Styx? I'll give you all another minute, and then we're going to let it rip. Oh, yes. Sorry. Trivial names go on automatically. Don't know why it does that. I fixed it. Thanks. Yeah, otherwise I can't tell who's who either. Sorry about that. And again, thanks for coming, everybody. Thanks for taking a break. All right, here we go. Question 1. Now remember, it's Kansas and Styx. Which band's material are you most people familiar with? Is it Kansas or blue for Styx? Start your vote. Oh, darn. Okay, I guess you're all voting for that one then. There you go. First one in gets the most points. Sorry about that. Not sure what happened there. Let's move on to the next question. All right. Oh, after the leaderboard, let's see who got in first. Andrew's on top, followed by Stephen, Mike J, Aja, John, Renee, Chin, Brian, Shiley, Paul. Welcome, Brian. Chris, John the Great, Paul, Johnny's back, Anja, Dave, Eric, and Chris. Cool. And I think there's more, but they're not. It only shows the top 20. Okay, next question. Ready? Here we go. Next question is... Good God. We're going to skip that. I don't know what happened there. Just go ahead and vote for one. If nothing shows, we'll skip this. I bet you didn't expect these kind of curveballs, did you? All right. This probably has not changed. All right. We're going to go to the next question. What the? Oh. Wow. Okay. I am not sure what's going on here. You know what? I might have pulled up the wrong file. Bear with me. I think I have it figured out. Okay, the next button will tell us. Oh, well, that changed. Interesting. Very interesting. Let's see what happens here. Next question. Here we go. Which American jazz drummer would most drummers want to hang out with? This is guesswork for sure. Is it Max Roach or Buddy Rich? Which American jazz drummer would most drummers want to hang out with? Think about it. Think about it. Think about it. Here you go. Vote. Not sure what happened with the hiccup, folks. Ooh, Buddy Rich. You know me personally, I'd go for Max Roach for a reason I'll comment on later. Well, one, because Buddy yelled at everybody. That's another story. Leaderboard. Brian's on top, followed by Mike, Renee, Chris, Don, Paul, and Andrew. Next question. Question technically 5 of 12. Okay. I see what happened. Which American hip hop artist, I bet you didn't see that coming, is most annoying? I'm real curious what you all will guess here. Which American hip hop artist is most annoying? Is it Jay-Z or Kanye West? I think this one's kind of, well, maybe it's not so easy. Remember, each round is a mixed bag of American artists of many different genres. 12 genres of music, actually. Everyone voted for Kanye. My man, that's right. He's crushing it in that department. Oh, show. Here we go. Let's see what the leaderboard shows. Brian on top. All right. Next question. Some nice points getting racked up here, though. 6 of 12. Here we go. Which rap album by the titles would you guess would sell the highest? If you were judging a book by its cover, or in this case, an album by its title, which would sell more? Would it be Eminem's The Eminem Show or Ghetto Boys' We Can't Be Stopped? Let you think about that one for a minute. There you go. 5 seconds. Ding. Ooh, Eminem crushing it. Brian's still on top. Good job, sir. Followed by Chris Irving, Don the Great, Paul Castillo, followed by his brother Michael Castillo, Andrew, Dave, Eric, Stephen, Chin, Renee, Shiley, Mike, Paul, Anja, Chris, Philip, Johnny Be Good, and John Petire or Pattery? Not sure. Okay, I think you all know what's next. Four choices per question. And different music. All right. Next question. I admit, I put some really off-the-wall things in here. But anything's off the wall, right? If you're not familiar with the artist or the genre. So that's what I like about this sort of thing, where there's so many different things, and it's not all about Led Zeppelin albums or all about jazz or all about any one thing. It is all about American artists, but that covers so much, right? Which legendary country artist would make the best camping buddy? Would it be Johnny Cash, Willie Nelson, or the Invisible Man and the Invisible Woman? Go ahead and vote. I have my pick. All right, so before I pull up the votes, and this is where we're going to learn who's really playing the game here. Willie Nelson for the weed, for sure. But I would go camping with Johnny Cash for two reasons. The stories, and he's always going to tell it like it is. And apparently we got a bunch of stoners here. Thanks for playing. Leaderboard. Bam! Chris Irving's on top. Ooh! Ouch. Felt a spark right there. Followed by Don Paul, Andrew, Eric, Chin, Renee. Next question. All right. Which fusion drummer would most drummers want a lesson from? Now, some of you may not know what fusion is. Some of you may not know any of these drummers. That's okay. Throw a dart. Like I said, it's just like real life, going from day to day. You don't know what's going to happen next, no matter how well you plan, right? There you go. Would it be Billy Cobham, Dave Weckl, Omar Hakim? How many of you know that we've done 2 documentaries with Billy Cobham? Raise your hand. If you don't know that, check it out. DrumTalkTV.com. 2 documentaries with Billy Cobham. Thank you very much. Have a good day. Start your vote. All right. Losing my voice. Enja's going to be very happy tonight. I don't want to have anything to say. Billy. I had a feeling it would be Billy. That's fair. Any of these guys are fair. I mean, they're just off the charts, inhuman drummers. Leaderboard. Oops. Chris is still on top by about 30 points, 29 points. All right, next question. Whole other round after this. Anything can happen. Which American jazz drummer had the biggest influence on John Bonham, is what that should say. Which American jazz drummer had the biggest influence on John Bonham? John's not around to tell us anymore, unfortunately. Different people have their different theories. He has mentioned a couple drummers, but I personally judge by what he borrowed from whom. But go ahead and guess. Would it be Max Roach, Art Blakey, Joe Morello, or Papa Joe Jones? I have my theories that I'll get into after you guess. There's dog barking. All right. Let's see the results. I'm going to see if the doggy door's open. Whoa, Max Roach. Wow. That's what I think. So, Joe Morello, Take 5, Dave Brubeck. We've posted a solo for many years of Joe playing old black and white film, playing with his hands. John Bonham played with his hands in Moby Dick. Papa Joe Jones, the king and most talented, in my opinion, of playing with his hands and fingers in a drum solo. Amazing. But Max Roach developed what many refer to as the bucket of fish. That's all over John Bonham's playing Max Roach. I'm curious how many of you that was a lucky guess, or how many of you had my same theory in mind. Let's look at the leaderboard. Angie got up. Maybe the doggy door was closed. Whoa, Don the Great took the lead. Chris slid down a bit. Or actually, where's Chris? Chris was on top. See, anything can happen. Look at that. Don the Great's on top by a bit. Followed by Eric Zubik. Followed by Paul Wright. Followed by Mike, Steve, and Chris. Okay, here we go. Next question. Of these American punk bands, which had the biggest influence on USA punk? Green Day, they've been in the news lately, the Ramones, the Offspring, or Blink 182? Think about it. Think about it. Now go ahead and vote. Forgetting current events. Guesses are the Ramones. Absolutely. And by statistically speaking, that's what people say as well, that the Ramones, US-based band, had the biggest influence on proliferating, breeding punk music from England to the US. Leaderboard shows Don the Great still on top. Don's exploding. Eric, Paul, Mike, Stephen, Chris, Paul, Andrew. 2 more questions. Here we go. Most familiar American progressive rock band is, would it be Spock's Beard, Kansas, Crack the Sky, or Happy the Man? We've had a drummer from each of those bands on Drum Talk TV at least once or twice, other than Crack the Sky. So which one do you think is most popular amongst music fans? Go ahead and vote. Spock's Beard, Kansas, Crack the Sky, or Happy the Man? All right, let's see if the leaderboard changed. Oh, whoa! No votes for anyone else. Fair. If you got in quick, you got more points. Don's holding his ground. Dave went to grab a beer. Don followed by Eric, Paul, Mike, Steven. Good job, everybody. All right. One more question. Then we're going to see if Don stays king of the hill or if he gets toppled. Last question of this round. There's one more round. Which artist epitomizes Americana? Which artist epitomizes Americana? Is it the Oak Ridge Boys, Dolly Parton, Gene Autry, or Dream Theater? Start your vote. This one's kind of tough. I think the older you are, this might be tough because you might be familiar with all of them, but it's all a matter of perspective and opinion, right? There's no real answer. But let's see what y'all guessed, what everyone else would guess. Dolly, wow. I'm a little surprised, but pleased. Enja and I saw the Oak Ridge Boys back in 2016, I think it was. And they were just amazing. Like, I had no idea what to expect. I was familiar with maybe one song. They were Americana. It was just amazing. Just amazing. It really was. And for a guy who's like, I grew up on Led Zeppelin, Pink Floyd, Rush, yes, Emerson, Lake and Palmer, Genesis, Deep Purple, the Oak Ridge Boys. It was amazing. So you just never know. You got to stretch and broaden those horizons. Shy Lee. All right, leaderboard. I'm teasing. Oh, Don held his ground, which means give him a hand. All right, Don. You've been here before. So I'm going to pull up the prize wheels. And after the next round, the 3 winners go at it. We cheer them on, and they spin a different prize wheel than any of these. So, Don, will it be out of music, electronics, essentials, pets, fashion, or health and beauty?
Let's do the electronics again.
Electronics, here we go. All right, Don's going to say spin, and you all cheer him on, and what it lands on, that's what he gets.
And spin.
Bam! A tripod and a Bluetooth remote. Nice. So that you can make a bunch of correspondence videos for Jump Talk TV. There you go. Do some album reviews or something. Cool. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you. Hang out for the next round. Maybe you will be in the winner's round. So there's that. Okay, folks, now you're going to log out of ccg.buzz. I'm going to see if the game will play nice for me. Let's do this, and let's do this, and let's pull up the next game. See if it'll let me reset the code. Got like 8 levers I got to pull here. Don't know what the dogs are going crazy about. Honey, is that anything I need to know about? There's this. 8, 3. I think everything's okay because she didn't answer me. So, new code, right? So we're going to update this. Reset game. Wait, what happened here? Hold on. Sorry, hold on. It's coming. Be patient. It's not giving me the new code thing again. I wonder if this will work. Nah, I'm not going to take a chance at that. All right, hold on. Here's what we're going to do. Yeah, game's being a little quirky today. Sometimes it's seamless. Sometimes it leaks through the seams. We're still talking about the game. Gate code. All right, here we go. It's coming your way, folks. I'm going to turn the trivial names off. I'm going to put the screen on. Why I don't have my reading glasses on for this, I don't know. Oh, man, come on. Bear with me, folks. Hold on. Go ahead and chime in the chat. Let us know how you're doing. I got to turn off the screen, turn it back on. Whoops. This is crazy. It's not letting me move the screen. I have a different plan. I'm going to fool the system. Gee, I've never done that before. There we go. Okay, getting it all in place for you folks. I'll check the chat in a moment. Thanks for being patient. All right. Cool. We got a new code. Let's make sure it's got the right info for you. Update. Okay. So you can see the new code there. Log back into ccg.buzz. Put in 8DDG. The 8 is also uppercase. Don't mess that up. Don't make me say it again. While that's doing its thing, a friendly reminder that if you get into a premium level of our membership site, you can take advantage of this. Hey everybody, Dan here from Drum Talk TV and Drum Talk TV Brilliance. Hey, how would you like to make bank by being a premium member of Drum Talk TV Brilliance? It's easy. Like, you're a music fan, right? That's why you joined. How many other music fans do you know, right? So what if they got a discount for joining if you referred them and you got $10 for each one you referred? I mean, you'd pretty much have to be a doofus like this to miss out on something like that, right? Because being fellow music fans, we all know fellow music fans. So go ahead, invite your friends with your own code. We'll tell you how in a minute. But that way you can enjoy things like our live stream concerts, our fan Q&As with big artists, producers, and record executives, our twice-a-month game shows, and other fun things in Drum Talk TV Brilliance with your friends while giving them a discounted invitation, and you make bank. So there you go. So follow the link in this post. If you're not already a premium member, become a premium member. And if you are a premium member, you'll get an email real soon to show how to get your own invite code where you can tell 2 friends and they'll tell 2 friends. Tell 20 friends. That's $200. Wait, what? You'd have to be like this to miss out on that. You're not like that, are you? Invite your friends. Let's have some fun together. Healthy escapism away from the nonsense and the drama and the craziness online on social. Join us, Drum Talk TV Brilliance. We're here for the fun of it. Oh, and at any time, you can become a premium member, refer your friends, and make some bank. There you go. And by the way, we're running a special just for today only. This special, so it's normally $12 a month or $120 a year to be at the first premium level membership, where you get all kinds of extra things. You get to participate in the fan Q&As with big artists. We had Rudy Sarzo on recently, who of course played with Ozzy, was at the big event. Many others, record executives and whatnot. But this special, if you put in the code, gotta look at my cheat sheet, put in the code if you want to register at drumtalktvbrilliance.com for a premium membership with all kinds of extras. It's only $4 a month or $40 a year, a third of the price. The code at checkout is DTTVB440. Stephen is going to put all that information in the chat. Those of you watching live on Facebook or YouTube, welcome to take advantage of that. Lots of extra shizzle there. And yeah, there you go. We're going to start the next round. DrumTalkTVBrilliance.com. Make note of it. When the game's over, go ahead and register. Use that code. You're in for a third of the price. Like we're giving stuff away here. All right, here we go. Round 3. All right, hopefully the program behaves, right? Everyone logged in? I think so. Yeah? Okay, here we go. Good, cool, thanks. Next question, first question. What's the popular favorite American genre of music? Would it be country or jazz? Jazz is known as the only original American art form. Country music, I think, came from America, but it's not cited as an art form for some reason, as far as I know. But here you go. Vote. Wow, everyone chose country as the favorite. Yeah, it's more popular for sure. Let's see what we're starting out with here. Michael Castillo on top, followed by Brian. Eric, rest in peace. Ozzy for sure. Chris Irving, Renee, Paul, Chris, Don, Philip, Shiley, Encha, Johnny Be Good. And the others have floaties on. That's okay. Next question. It says 1 of 12. There might be a couple goofs in here. Thank you, Chanel. Next question. Ooh, which is the dream venue of artists to play in the USA? Is it Madison Square Gardens, or the LA Forum of these two. I was born down the street from the LA Forum and saw my first concert there. Many of you probably never heard of the band, sort of a flash in the pan band that was only around 8 or 10 years. Yeah, 10, 11 years. Led Zeppelin. Anyhow, vote. See what we got. Madison Square Gardens. Well, thanks a lot, folks. I guess I've been dissed. Just kidding. I've always wanted to play at the Forum, though. I guess because I grew up in LA and blah, blah, blah. All right. I'll take either one. I'll take either one. Awesome. Let's see the leaderboard. Brian's on top, followed by Michael, Chris, Chan, Chris, Paul, Don, Paul, Shiley, Philip. Let's get serious a little earlier on this one and go with Battle Royale. 4 choices per question in case you missed it the 2 previous times or are joining us after we've done that. Next question is, to what level did black soul music in the US influence British rock? Meh, Brits never heard of it. It seeped into the airwaves via pirate radio. Many think it had an impact, or there would be no Robert Plant or Mick Jagger without it. What do you think? Give you a moment to think about that one, and now you can vote. Let's see what you voted for. Absolutely 61%. There would be no, and both Robert and Mick have said that. So I didn't make that up. Very cool. This might have changed some things, or maybe not. Oops. All right, that's why you got to wear protective eyewear when you come to this game. All right, next question. Most popular USA-born metal track. Is it Metallica's Enter the Sandman, Guns N' Roses' Sweet Child of Mine, Linkin Park's In the End, or Sammy Hagar's I Can't Drive 55? What do you think most people here would vote for? That's what we're shooting for. Remember, get in the majority of what most people would vote. The quicker you get in the majority, the more points you get. Go ahead and vote. Metallica's Enter the Sandman. Nothing for Linkin Park, nothing for Sammy. Guns N' Roses came in second with a little more than a third of the vote. Oh! That might have topped the first game when we had what I thought was the most people. That's okay. Anything can happen. Have I mentioned that? Steve, if I mentioned that, then anything can happen? I don't know if I mentioned that. All right. Next question. Most popular USA-born R&B track. Back when rhythm and blues was really when that's what R&B stood for. None of the nonsense now. Hopefully they're not watching or listening or playing. I think you all know what I mean. True R&B. Was it So Long by Ruth Brown? The Wallflower by, I forgot what that was. And the answer's too long. Damn it. And two that aren't there. Well, this is an easy one for you. Programming issue. I'll go ahead and take the blame for that one. This is easy. Let me guess. I'm blown away. There you go. All right. Anything could come into play here. Chris is on top, followed by Paul, Don, Chin, Renee. Next question. Let's keep it moving. Let's get to the winner so we can do the winner's round, which is going to be something totally different. A big surprise. Let me just check something here. Okay. Okay. Don't vote. Don't vote. Just let this one go. Okay. Unbelievable. Da, 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 da. Those are the other choices for the other. Okay, that works. It shouldn't have changed anything. Oh. Oh, that's interesting. All right. Okay, this is effed up. I don't know how this happened. Hold on. We're going to clear that question. Favorite American post-show stoner food drive-through. Just to be clear, I'm going to read that again. Because some of you may profess to not know what I'm talking about. Favorite American post-show stoner food drive-through. Would it be Jack in the Box, McDonald's, Taco Bell, or In-N-Out? Some of you may live in some part of the country where one of these doesn't exist. Or you live in a real rural area like we do where they don't all exist. So go ahead and vote. This is your chance to get ahead. I'm real curious here. Oh, wow. Tie between Taco Bell and McDonald's. All right, let's take a look. I don't know why that's funny to me, even. Renee's on top. Okay. I know what you're all thinking. Next question. Favorite American fusion album of all time. Favorite American fusion album of all time. That would be, what would most people here vote for their favorite fusion album of American artists? Would it be Romantic Warrior by Return to Forever, Heavy Weather by Weather Report, Headhunters by Herbie Hancock, or Birds of Fire by the Mahavishnu Orchestra? Whew. By the way, Peter Erskine of Weather Report, Steely Dan, and many others will be on a fan Q&A session for premium members on August 28th. Join the fun. Thank you, Schnoodles. I remembered. Go ahead and vote. Which do you think is the favorite amongst people here of American-born fusion albums? My favorite, no offense to anybody here that's listed, but my favorite is Romantic Warrior. Was life-changing for me as a musician. Like, I had no idea you could color that far outside what I thought the lines were, if you know what I mean. That was my introduction to fusion, and the album cover is one of the most fitting album covers for the music inside, other than anything Roger Dean has ever done for Yes. Here we go. Heavy Weather by Weather Report. Good on you, Peter. Weather Report's had many great drummers. Wow. Oh, see, I told you anything can happen. That's why I wasn't tripping when that happened. Anything can happen. Brian is magically on top. Next question. 3 more, apparently. Favorite American favorite rock albums of all time. Wait, what? Favorite American favorite rock albums of all time. Of these 4, what do you think most people will vote for? Then I'm going to ask a little poll for you to chime in the chat, wake everyone up, have a little stretch. But in the meantime, do you think it's Nirvana's Nevermind, the Beach Boys' Pet Sounds, Guns N' Roses' Appetite for Destruction, or the Eagles' Hotel California? And then I have a trivia question for you all. Go ahead and vote. And the trivia question is separate from what I was going to ask about in the chat. Ready? Here come the results of your votes. Hotel California. All right. I'm going to open up the chat. And I will ask this trivia question here. Wow, look at all these messages. Nice. Look at all this stuff. Awesome, awesome. Thanks for playing. Okay, here's my question. The first one to chime in with the correct answer, and if you Google it, it'll probably take longer than someone who actually knows it. Try not to cheat, Shiley. Shiley's got this weird habit where, first of all, you can't take her to a grocery store unless she's supervised. Second of all, if you ask a trivia question, she can't have access to Google. Another story. Typical college student. Anyhow, what location/facility is Hotel California about? Go ahead and put it in the chat. What location/facility? You can give either. It's not Santa Barbara. It's not Hotel in Paris. It's not Hotel Los Angeles. Keep guessing, keep guessing. Don't Google it. Not Malibu. Not Scientology. That's a great guess. Not Beverly Hills Hotel. It should qualify, though, right? With all the TVs that were thrown out the windows by Led Zeppelin and The Who. There is a Hotel California restaurant. There is. But the song refers to a specific facility. What is the specific facility? Let's see. What's that? It's a... is that lyrics? It's about the dark underbelly of the American dream. It's about, nope, that's not it. It could be translated that way. It's about a specific facility. I'm looking for the exact location, at least the city or the facility. And if no one gets it, I get the shirt. Believe it or not, Orange County should be what it's about, but it's not. I should have more Drum Talk TV shirts, actually. I'll give 10 more seconds. Not Newport Beach. 9, 8, 7, 6, specific location. 5, nope. 3, 2, one more big push. Everybody just throw something out there. And if you Google it and get a different answer, I know from the source that this is what it's about. It'd be great if it was about love. And I did some work there after it was closed. I did cleanup work and landscaping at what used to be the insane asylum at Camarillo State Hospital, mental institution. That's what the picture is of on the album. And after it was closed, and it's weird how they closed it because they just let everybody go. Okay, wait a minute. You have a facility to keep these people in for their protection and the protection of the public, but you lose all the funding and the state closes the state hospital, so you just open the doors and give them a comb, toothbrush, handy wipes, some deodorant. And what? That's what happened. Crazy, right? There you go. Yep, Camarillo State Hospital. Okay, back to the game. Here we go. Don't worry, plenty of room to win stuff. Don't worry. Go ahead and put in the chat how you're doing before we go finish this round with 2 more questions and go on to the winners round. I know this game's taking a little bit longer than normal. I'm going to ask you to hang out, have some fun. Go ahead and put in the chat. Rate yourself 1 to 5. 1, like, this is freaking torture. I can't believe I'm still here. 5, like, I'm having fun, no matter how you're doing. This is fun. It's better than watching the news. It's better than an argument at the dinner table at home, which I'll probably have to face anyway. After, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying maybe someone else is saying that. I didn't say that. Let's see. Great game. Got to run. Thank you. Thanks, Michael. Having a great time. Hang out for 2 more questions. They'll be quick. Better than being in the asylum. Okay, awesome. 5-ish. Okay, cool. 6.7. Awesome. Thank you. Here we go. 2 more questions. Ready? Here we go. Oh, leaderboard. Brian on top. Again, let's see if he holds on to it. Some movement. Shiley's way up there. Highest she's ever gotten. And next question. Second to last. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Favorite American jazz album of all time. This will throw people for a loop if they're not jazz fans. Choices are Kind of Blue by Miles Davis, A Love Supreme by John Coltrane, Time Out by Dave Brubeck, or the Mr. Rogers theme. Go ahead and vote. And then we got one more question, I think. Yes. And then the winners round. Here we go. Show the results. Kind of Blue by Miles Davis. One of the best docudramas I've ever seen in my life was the movie about him. That was great. Leaderboard. Then one more question. We go on to the winners round after the winner picks. Oh, Shiley. Ugh, you lose your parking spot, dear. Okay, Eric took the spot from. Where'd Brian go? Brian, number 4. Okay, sorry. Okay, great. Last question for this round. Then they'll pick the prize wheel, then win the prize, then we go to the winners round, and we'll all cheer them on. Hang out, won't take long. What is that? Favorite American rap album of all time. Ooh, what do you think most people here would guess? If you don't know, just judge by the title. Enter the Wu-Tang, 36 Chambers. Illmatic by Nas. Ready to Die by Notorious Big. The Chronic by Dr. Dre. Being that Shiley's a college student, I'm guessing she's going to vote for The Chronic. Just teasing you. There you go. Obviously, Shiley's logged in 6 times under different names. Leaderboard. Let's see what happens here. Wow. Bam. Well, you know what that means. All right. So come clean. Which Chris is that? Who is that?
It's me. It's me.
Hey, Chris. Welcome. What's your last name, if I may ask?
There's a Sinanci, C-I-N-E-N, Sinanci. I'll put it in the chat if people want
Awesome.
to know.
Very cool. So I have the prize wheels up. You can see the screen, right?
Yes.
Okay. Would you like music, essentials, pets, fashion, health and beauty, electronics, or music? And I can play the little prize video first if you'd like. It's up to you.
I'll take music, please.
Okay. So we're going to pull that one up. And when you say spin, I'll spin the wheel. Everybody cheer him on. We'll see what he gets.
And let's spin the wheel, please.
All right. Yeah. What has he got? What has he got? What has he got? What has he got? Vintage microphone. Robot lamp. Awesome. That's a really cool thing. I've seen it. All right. Someone's going to chat to you. Watch for that. We'll get your info. We'll get that out to you. By the way, don't tell anybody this, folks, but the pie slices on these wheels that say nothing, they're just a joke. If someone lands on nothing, they get another spin. But don't tell anybody. Don't tell anybody. All right. Good one. Good one. Now, I'm going to pull up a game for the winners round, and this is going to be fun. I'm going to unshare. Everybody give Chris a big hand. We'll get his info. I'm going to put on some waiting music. That's the music I hear in my head when I see Enja preparing dinner for the dogs and cats every afternoon. Okay, so now we're going to bring up a different game. We're going to do a round of trivia for the winners round. And bear with me, bear with me. I'll pull this up in a moment. Excuse me. Okay. Going to share my screen. Now, this is very important. This is where I need to politely ask that everybody follow instructions. And the only people to log in are the 3 winners. That would be Chin, Don the Great, and Chris C. Am I correct? I have those right. Yeah, Enja? Steve? Okay, great. So and hang out, folks. Cheer them on. And I'm going to show the screen. There you go. So you're going to log into ccg.buzz, just Don, Chris, and Chin. I should see only 3 participants. And this is the winners round, which is Woodstock trivia from the 1960s. Okay, so let's see what we got here. Player count. I have 2. I see Chin and Dawn. Chris, go ahead and log in to ccg.buzz with that new code. That is a new code, right, Steve? Okay, thanks. It must be because it's a whole different game. So we'll wait for Chris to log in. We'll do just a few questions of this and throw darts, gentlemen, if you need to. And we'll see who takes the cake with trivia time. All right, here we go. We got Chin, Chris, and Dawn for the championship of today with 60s Woodstock trivia. The winner gets to spin the winner's prize wheel, which has different items, including a guest VJ spot opportunity on Drum Talk TV. If they're lucky, they'll get stuck with me. Or maybe they'll do a news desk report with Shai Lee. Or maybe they'll do something else. So here we go. First question. Cheer them on. Which of these famous guitarists performed at Woodstock? Here's your choices. Was it Jumpin' Jack Flash, Eric Clapton, Jimi Hendrix, or Jimmy Page? Let's see your guesses. Everyone voted for Jimmy. The first one in gets the most points, works the same way in that regard. The difference with this game is there are right or wrong answers. You all got the right answer. Chris is on top. Quick finger, quick finger, quick finger. Got to exercise those fingers. Your fingers have biceps right there. You got 2 weeks between games, sometimes 3, to exercise that. Next question. Which of these artists did not perform at Woodstock? The Rolling Stones, Santana, Joan Baez, or Creedence Clearwater Revival? Which did not perform at the 1960s Woodstock? Two-thirds for 2 of you voted for the Rolling Stones, 1 for Creedence, and the Rolling Stones did not perform at Woodstock. Next question. Excuse me. Which song did Joe Cocker famously cover at Woodstock, making it one of his signature performances, even though it wasn't his song? Was it Hey Jude, With a Little Help from My Friends, A Day in the Life, or Come Together? All Beatles songs. This is rapid fire. You all voted for really with a little help. I think you all need a little help. I'm just kidding. That's the right answer. Good one. Good one. Don's in charge now. There we go. Don the Great for a reason. Next question. What unexpected issue did the festival face causing delays and major logistical problems? Was it overweight streakers? Was it heavy rain and mud, a power outage, or lack of security? Heavy rain and mud. Good answers. First one in got the most points. Don's quick, but only by a few points. He's not ahead by a lot. And then we got Chris, really, in the scope of things, with 3 people, not that far behind. Which folk legend Woodstock with a nearly 2-hour acoustic set? 2-hour sets were unheard of in those days. Richie Havens, Crosby, Stills and Nash, Arlo Guthrie, or Joan Baez? This is a little bit deeper cut trivia. Two of you voted for Richie, 1 for Joan. The answer is Richie Havens. Dawn's on top. Just a couple more. How many days did the original Woodstock Festival last? Original being the one in the 60s. 3 days, 5 days, 2 days, or 4 days? I don't even know that off the top of my head. Let's see what we got. Bam! 3. Dawn's on top again. All right. This is question 6. So we got, pretty sure there's 10 questions here. We'll do 4 more real quick ones. Here we go. What iconic folk duo performed The Sound of Silence at Woodstock? Was it Joan Baez and Bob Dylan, Simon and Garfunkel? None. It was not performed at Woodstock, or Crosby and Nash. Simon and Garfunkel. Damn, it wasn't performed. Hey, curveball. Dawn's still on top, though. Next question. 3 more, including this one. Which legendary British band played a 20-plus song set at 5 a.m. at Woodstock? They were not happy to find out that's when they were going on either. Was it the Kinks, Led Zeppelin, Pink Floyd, or the Who? Can you imagine seeing any of them at 5 a.m.? What a great way to wake up to the world, right? 50% said Led Zeppelin, 50% said The Who. The Who. Led Zeppelin didn't play at Woodstock. They were on tour and didn't get a slot. What was the estimated attendance of Woodstock? Was it 1 million plus, 230,000 plus, 460,000 plus, or 620,000 plus? Hi, Schnoodles. All right. 2 of you for 230, 1 of you for 460. The answer is 460. Dawn's still on top with 1 question to go. Who was the final performer at Woodstock 1969, famously playing Into the Morning? Was it The Who, Fran Fartenheimer and the Frankfurter Thieves, Janis Joplin, or Jimi Hendrix? It was, let's see your guesses first. It was Fran Fartenheimer. No, I'm kidding. It was Jimi Hendrix. Absolutely, which means, where's that button? There we go. Dawn takes it. Congratulations, Dawn. And I'll pull up the spinny thingy. Oops, where did it go? Hold on 1 sec. Let me pull up the spinning wheel. And this is fun because now you'll all get to see what is on the spinning wheel. I got to go to a different screen. Bear with me, bear with me, bear with me. There's some really cool stuff here. Well, we think they're cool. What do we know, right? Good grief. Where is it? Okay, hold on. Give me a sec. Sorry. I lost the tab and it won't come up. I got to find where I have it stored. Oh, I see what I'm doing. Hang out. Won't be long. Won't be long. I know it's longer than usual. I just got to find the right screen that has the wheel thingy. I must have X'd out of it by accident. There we go. Oh, no, my mouse battery is dying. Okay, there we go. There we go. Almost got it. Come on. And bam. All right, let me move it over where y'all can see it. And I'll share my screen again. We are good. We are good. I'll pull up the winner's wheel right here, right now. And I'll share my screen. There we go. Here we go. All righty then. Dawn, say spin, and I shall spin. Oh, I see. Okay, I saw you. He went like this. Maybe he wants me to roll down my window. People under 50 don't know what that means. And 3 months of premium. Are you already a premium member, Dawn? No? Okay. Steve will get you set up for that, and we'll tell you all about it. Awesome. Hey, I want to thank everybody very, 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 very much for joining us, for hanging out, putting up with the little bit of glitches. I hope this was fun. Congratulations to the winner. The next show is on August 5th. And Steve, what's the theme for that show? Okay. While Steve looks up the theme, other stuff we have happening is Steve and I have an episode on Yes Shift this Thursday. I'm sorry, tomorrow, to talk about the album Time in a Word. It's about 85 years old. And then Lou Calderola and myself, 10:30 Pacific. Thursday is the Under the Influence show where we drink a bunch of beer. And then it's about, this theme is American music influences. And then we've got Drumming Injury Talk on Friday at 1:30 Pacific with physical therapist Janice Ying and myself, talking about not just drumming injuries, but repetitive motion injuries that can happen from any instrument, or even if you're a dentist or a construction worker or something. It's a lot of fun. You get to ask questions, and she knows what she's talking about, and I make up a bunch of shit. Anyhow, Stephen, what's the theme? Oh, okay. Next on the schedule is I'm going fishing on the 31st. Oh, that's not part of Drum Talk TV. There's another, I mentioned the game show. What else do we have going on? We have another Yes Shift show with guest John Perez, I think on August 7th. Okay. Rock bands what? With horns. Yes, that's right. Rock bands. So think Chase, Chicago, Blood, Sweat, and Tears. Ton of bands. Earth, Wind, and Fire, Average White Band, Ohio Players. All kinds of goodies there. So that's going to be fun. So study up, study up, study up, study up. Thanks, everybody, so much for joining us. That's August 5th, right? Yes, August 5th. 6 p.m. Pacific, as always, 9 p.m. Eastern U.S. times. You can cut the feed on Facebook and YouTube. Thank you if you're watching there online, folks. If you're watching it after the fact, join us in the Drum Talk TV Brilliance membership site. Sign up, even for a free account. You'll get the notifications. The games don't cost anything to play, but you can win prizes. You do have to pay for the prizes. We take PayPal and Venmo. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. All right. I haven't slept in like 36 hours, getting a little punchy. Thanks, everybody, so much for joining us.
The recording
and
has stopped.
We'll see you all soon. And of course, as always,